I'm Edie Lush, and I'm here inside the Hub Culture studio in Davos 2019. We could call it the year that blockchain became a reality for the masses. So I'm really delighted to be joined by Lata Varghese, the head of cross-industry blockchain for Cognizant, one of Hub Culture's partners. Thanks for coming along.
Very happy to be here.
Now, I love the fact that your blockchain project is now a reality, and I want you to tell our listeners all about it.
Sure. So to specifically speak about Vitana, which is an interesting project because it actually intersects industry lanes. It actually cuts across healthcare and insurance. And unlike most other blockchain projects that the industry has been working on and we've been working on, this actually has a B2C component, which means there's an actual end customer involved where they are able to buy a gestational diabetes product and get coverage for an important gap that exists in that market.
So let's just talk me through what happens. So if I'm a mother and I come into, and where are we, by the way?
This is in Singapore.
In Singapore. So I come into the doctor's office at 15 weeks pregnant?
About 5 weeks.
About 5 weeks pregnant, so really early on, okay.
Right.
And I take a test for gestational diabetes, and what happens?
You actually don't take the test. You are actually advised of your risks for gestational diabetes and offered the choice to actually buy the product or not. And if you choose to buy, there is an underwriting that process that happens, and then if you qualify, then you are issued a policy. And at week 26, which is when you're typically tested for your oral glucose tolerance, and if at that time you are actually confirmed to have gestational diabetes, there's an automatic payout that occurs, without you ever having to file a claim.
Incredible. So it's just a sort of marker on your medical record that then gets flagged up if you do have it, and immediately the payment is issued.
Exactly, without you ever having to go through a claims process.
Right.
And 1 in 5 women in Singapore actually have gestational diabetes. So for them, this is an important coverage gap that exists. Unlike in the United States, this is not a condition that is covered by health insurance. So it's a nice product for them to have to cover, for what could be a pretty critical condition.
Really critical condition. And the other thing, and just talk to me about the benefits, what it actually means for I understand that the benefits for the consumer, for the mother, but what about for the insurance company, for the doctors as well?
I think for the insurance companies, it is an ability to offer a new product, a new service, what they like to call parametric insurance or micro moment insurance. So they're able to actually reach a much larger risk pool, and they're able to, they're testing it small, of course. They have to test it within a certain population, gather data on how the product does, and then it opens up the potential for future products like this in that space. So from that standpoint, for the insurance company, it's very interesting. And for the doctor, it's always nice to be able to, they always care about the patient. So the ability to have a patient have access to a product that they didn't is always, what is good for doctors. Yeah.
What can't you wait for in blockchain? When blockchain gets, say, if we're here in 2 years' time, what's the kind of thing that you can imagine we'd be talking about?
When we don't talk about blockchain technology anymore, and we talk about actual products, applications, services, actual users benefiting from it, or actual, even if it is business to business applications, actual live applications of the technology where things are significantly better than they are today. So I would like us to stop talking about the technology and more about the applications of those.
All right, I've stopped. That's it. We're over. Lata, thank you so much for stopping by the Hub Culture studio here in 2019 in Davos, and I'm Edie Lush.